Made a pledge that I cut down a lot of content that I put on the loose ends side of the things. If you don't know what loose ends is, it's a community that I'm building. It's going to be so much more than YouTube channel for spreading awareness about neurodivergence and understanding the layers and complexities of that. But this vlogging thing is going to be completely different. I thought about doing the introduction and giving you the context with my coffee setup and placing the camera in a nice place, but then I realized that's not who I am as a person. I am definitely going to be having this conversation out of my washroom. So before going there, I thought I should curl my lashes, and it is so hard to do it when you are not looking in the mirror. But let's see. Here we are. And you know what? It's not a bad job. This is the only thing I do when I have to just instantly make a difference. Curling my lashes, because I have puffy eyes all the time. The one thing that I promised myself is I'm not going to do any cuts in this vlogging journey. I need this to be extremely real and raw. Like this espresso. Would you call it espresso? I think it's Americano now. I don't really care. I just need caffeine. What am I? Who am I if I'm not my caffeine addiction? And I love making this sound. So Parisian. Okay, so a couple of months ago, I just extremely lost the chain of my thought. Yeah, a couple of months ago, I was doing good in my work. I was doing good in life, good in everything else. But I just stopped feeling the hit with my life. Like I stopped. I'm 26 years old. I have my dream car. I recently have bought my dream apartment as well, though. So it's pretty unusual. I wake up and my parents praise me every single day for being the successful child that I am. And like I was not supposed to be this person. I was a black sheep growing up. I really was a troubling kid, and my mother was just always in worry, and she was like, what is she gonna do with her life? And on the other hand, my father completely detached himself with me. It's like, I don't know what is she doing, in what direction she's going. And because he wanted me to be the doctor, and I made a very firm decision of not being one very early in my life. I was like, I cannot be a doctor. I'm a full-fledged not a doctor person. I cannot do something, learn something, and then do that repeatedly. I think, and of course, there is so much more to being a doctor than that. I understand that now, but my foolish little brain at that point of time just really did not desire to be one. So I ventured into IT and found my calling, which is weird because nobody thought that's going to be the future for me. But I ventured in IT and I loved it. I loved partnership, sales, alliances, and stuff. And I did pretty good for myself. Made few of my best friends and like meaningful relationships in life came from that world, and I'll always be so grateful and awe to those years, those times, amazing times. But after achieving what I thought would be the dream life, dream goal, I never wanted to leave my hometown. I wanted something really spatial. My office is like 3 kilometers away from here. I have a C-suite job. I go to the office and one guy takes up my keys, park my car, another one asks me what beverage I like to drink, green tea, coffee and all. And I have one of the bestest relationship with my CEO, and he's very close friend as well, a very close confidant. Oh, I got all of this, which was supposed to be the end deal. And when I'm talking to you, I'm realizing, okay, why did I left that then? The reason of taking a step away from that life and doing something else was the dread that I felt 3 months ago. My ducks in a row, my cards were aligned, but there was this feeling that no, what are you even doing? This is okay, this is your dream. You wanted to do this. Now we are here. But what is the meaning of this life, Harshita? What difference are you making? Do you want to die like this? And I know I can only come to that point, after achieving those goals, because those goals were my light at the, like, those were my lighthouse. Once I've done that, once I've gotten my first apartment, my car and everything, and now it's like, yeah, money is an important part of life. I know, of course, I have to pay bills, I'm running on EMIs, I'm living on EMIs, but would that be the end of me? And then I remember this time when I was 3-4 years ago, when I was moving back to Jaipur, and I was like, if I could spend rest of my days learning more about neurodivergence, and because that helped me a lot. I know my chain of my thought is not very clear, because that's how it was in my head, and still it is not clear. So I do not want to cut and pause this and reshoot again, because I do that a lot, and when I'm talking about loose ends, when I'm talking about that, but this needs to be raw. This is how a neurodivergent person's brain actually works. There are things, there are order, logic, reason inside our head, but sometimes it's just very hard to communicate all of that comprehensively to somebody else, which I'm trying to do right now. And that's the reason I just wanted to dedicate the rest of my days to this. I'm still not sure. I'm like, the rest of my days, what would be the rest of my days it? But I'm going to take that plunge. And maybe go bankrupt in a few months. No, not at all. We'll figure out money. So my energy these days are in, it's two facet. It's in two direction. First, I'm constantly thinking about loose ends and how I can move forward with partnerships, what partnerships I need to do to make that work, because we need money, of course. Right now I'm shooting out of my house, and everything else is completely normal, because I want to settle down a base for the channel to build. But later on, I'm not educated in that particular thing enough. I can only talk about my experience, but I need the experts to come here. I need the people with real experiences to come here and talk about their experiences, their life, and we need resources to make all that happen. And there is going to be a lot of work being done in that part. So I work on that. Simultaneously, I am working on few other things as well, money-wise, So this is it, I guess. And yesterday I thought that I need to talk about these things out loud, otherwise I'll lose my mind, because I'm the only person who is catering to this right now. And I'm the employer, I'm the manager, and nobody is the worst manager to you than yourself. Trust me on this. I had my startup when I was 19, 20, and then like now, today as well. You think that your manager is rude, your manager is, unkind. You don't know what you will do to yourself. I had a nap, like you can see my eyes. I had a 1 hour nap today in the daytime. And while sleeping, I'm convincing myself that I deserve this, that you slept so late last night, and I had a 1 hour nap today in the daytime. And while sleeping, I'm convincing myself that I deserve this, that you slept so late last night. I'm convincing myself to not hate me for sleeping an hour. That's how much validation means to us. So, yep. I talk too much. I need to go and get some work done. I will have to sit down and reshoot one of the videos that I made for, my journey with my autoimmune disease. because I heard it and I'm rambling so much, like I cannot even keep track with what I'm saying. So I need to sit down again and try to talk in single line, which is very hard for me. But I have a questionnaire. I'll try to make this work. It happens a lot of times when, when you have not really talked about something openly, you don't know how to place words and make a story out of it. So this is something that I never discussed with my family. I never discussed in detail the vulnerability with my friends. I always make jokes about it. But sitting seriously and trying to tell the story without making any jokes is kind of hard, but we'll try to do that. I don't want to sound like a hater, but I hate it when kids, make that ee sound like it's just, I don't know what they're competing with, dolphins. So I guess I've bored you guys enough with my incessant chatting about what I'm gonna do about everything. So today, after 1 week of rotting indoors in my room, I have finally decided I'm going to go out and run some errands. I have to get glasses because my eyes start to hurt working on laptop for like 8 hours straight. And I want to eat something nice too and get me a good coffee. I'm having such a nice time, and after a few days it was quite needed to just go out and hang with friends, drive around, listen to some nice music. So happy to be out here. Hey guys, so I have a pretty packed up day planned today. I will be in office for a couple of hours, and then after that I'll go to the glasses shop, to get my glasses because I need specs now. And after that I have to go to some place with my mother, and then I have to edit this vlog because it will be out tomorrow. And I have not done a really good job with the first one, but I'm just gonna post it and you guys can give me feedback what else you want to see and know about my life, because this is my first time actually putting something out there. I've tried a couple of times and I've failed. I record and then I see it's not good, but how does a vlog get be good? It's just like reflection in somebody's personal life, so it's just raw. It cannot be too curated, and mine cannot be too curated. I'm a very spontaneous, raw person. Simultaneously, I have a bad habit of not taking a lot of pictures and videos, surprisingly, and I want to make it big on internet. Yeah, this bad sarcastic humor will be all over the videos that I post, so just go with it. So you can see that I'm out with my friends to have some fun. Productivity. I guess I will never feel that I'm doing enough, because this is it. This is who I am. I'm somebody who doesn't really have it all together in the beginning, and I learn as I go. So I want you to be witness to this journey where I'm learning to do this, and let's see how far we can take this. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for being part of my journey. I will show you what we are going to do, and I am just super excited to have some fun time with my friends.